Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Mark Sherman. I'm a real estate developer from Philadelphia. And this is my partner, Lane Udis. And we are the new developers in town that had recently purchased the Lipkins building on December 16th of this year, or last year. One of the things that had drawn me to Coatesville is my friend Mike DePestris of Legends Properties. Me seeing the sign, knowing that he's here, we have collaborated on different projects in Philadelphia in the past, and I thought that was very interesting that he had already started the project. The other thing that was very intriguing to me is I had recently moved into Guthriesville, not too far away. I kind of bumped into the Lipkins, then Lipkins warehouse. And I got out of my car and somebody said, "Good morning." One of the residents. And coming from Philadelphia, that's a pretty big deal. So the people are nice here, is my first inclination. And the Lipkins building is exactly what Lane and I specialize in. We take business districts that need a little lift, and we bring our talent and vision and bring the creative class to start it up. And as Mike has done with his company on First and Lincoln, we will have somewhat of a following as well. People will know about us, know about Legends, and they'll come. The second thing that was wonderful for me to be a developer here, as well as Lane, is City Council. City Council was amazing to us. And they are approving everything that we're asking for, which is very helpful, because when you get into the red tape and you can't move, if you think about it, we bought the building on December 16th. We have new windows, new paint, building 68,000 square feet, completely power washed in the interior, environmentally sound. We had all the asbestos removed. This is a photo when we bought it, and that's a photo only 6 weeks later. We move really quickly. It's important for us to move quickly, and thanks to City Council, that was possible. The city manager and the police chief came over to my building to say hello. I wasn't there at the time. In Philadelphia, when the city manager and the police chief come to your building, you head for the fire tower. I thought that was pretty amazing, and I had mentioned that to Lane as well. License and inspection, went over, filled out the application, gave the contractor's license, wrote a check, and got our permits. The roofing, the windows, and any other things that need permitting. The sign, that sign is going to be iconic for us. That's our logo, and we intentionally put, it looks small on the screen, but of Coatesville down the bottom was very significant, because we want people to know when you come down 82, when you come up Lincoln Highway, either way, you're going to know that building. It's good for us, and it's good for Coatesville. We like people that create things. We like pottery makers. We like yoga folks. We like music, glass blowers. Anything and everything that is connected to the arts is our preferred tenant. We will also rent to others. We'll rent to office users, and we'll rent to flex space users. Flex space meaning anomalies typically for us. We're thinking about hydroponics, people that are able to grow things 365 days a year, That building has a subterranean basement with no lighting, approximately 16,000 square feet. So how do you rent that? I mean, we're in the business of creating things and spending money, so we need a tenant base. So we're thinking some type of grow facility would be excellent because it's temperature controlled and it's dark. If you need dark, you got dark. If you need light, you can put lighting in there. So that's an interesting thing that we're really excited to do. The roof looked like that 2 weeks ago, and now it looks like this. The interior of the building, which I actually love, that kind of rustic thing, looked like this, and now it looks like that. And if we want some design, we can actually strip some of them columns back off. We want it, when you come in and look at the building, either for a tour, a function, or as a tenant, we want it to look snappy, clean, not an old beaten down building. We have plans for parking, the RDA, another huge thing for us. The RDA was willing to give us the land, has one little 2-story building on it, but a nice sized lot, probably 35 cars. Was able to sell that to us with our project and contingent upon us buying the large building, to have enough parking to be able to do all the things that we want to do. Our first members in our community is CrossFit Coatesville. And we're pretty excited about that. And the reason why is because in Philadelphia, Lane and I have a project almost identical to this building. It's just uncanny how close they look. We have also the Sherman Mills community in Philadelphia, which is a 250,000 square foot artist community. Mm-hmm. And I've had it for about 17, 18 years. It's been thriving since day one. Mm-hmm. And we plan to just keep moving through the Germantown community with the Olympian and the Midway Arts building in Coatesville. We also are willing to help tenants build their space out. Meaning, we have an artist, you know, they have the money, they have their equipment, and they have the money for their rent. But maybe they don't have the money to build an office or run the electric all the way up to the 3rd floor for their kiln. We'll fit that in for them. We'll make that happen. We're very mindful that the creative class community not always has the money to throw out there on day one, especially other businesses too. I mean, I've founded about 7 different restaurants. Lane and I also bought the Records Building, 204-206 Lincoln Highway. Has a beautiful sticker of a restaurant on there, which actually the restaurant should look something like that. It's a great rendering. But we help people get into the restaurant business as well. There's a lot of talent, a lot of chefs, a lot of creators in that business, but the money's astronomical to put together to make it happen. So that is also on our agenda. Once we get this thing 50% occupied and we get everything lined up with the liquor license, we will be building and fitting out a restaurant as well. If you know anybody, or if you just want to come over for a tour, it's your community, it's open house, open door. You would like to come over, just stop by, and you could call us, you could email us, or you can just walk through the front door and stop at the office, and we'll give you a tour. The sign that we're very excited about going up should be going up in about 2 to 3 weeks. It's big. It's like 18 foot by 12 foot. Almost the size, a little smaller than this width and this height. And I'm pretty excited that people will be able to see without smacking into somebody next to them or in front of them. It's going to be so big that it's going to be an iconic sign and an iconic building, which we're very pleased about. We're very, very happy to be here. Thank everybody for their support. Lane, would you like to say anything?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to not stare off and steal the floor.
I would just like to add on to Mark saying, basically a thank you to the community. Just like he said, someone said hello that first morning. It has been incredible to work with some people that are excited for this community, just like we are, and they're excited to help us in any way they can, and we're happy to do the same in any way we can. And we're excited for what this will bring to all of us.
Is the sign going to be lit up so we can see it at night?
It will be lit. It will be a 24/7 sign. That's it. Thank you.